so this is kind of a random spur-of-the-moment video that I'm making because I posted a vlog the other day about some stuff that I've been going through that's been stressful, and the overwhelming response is that people wanted me to talk about it in a video, which I'm a little bit uneasy doing. First of all, because it's hard to tell this story without giving away information of people that don't want to be involved with this video, and also because it's not an area of expertise that I personally have dealt with. I mean, I'm seeing it from other people, but it's not something that I've gone through, so I feel kind of a little awkward commenting on it. I have not really experimented with drugs very much. Aside from the occasional one marijuana that I inject into my bloodstream, I really don't try many other drugs, and I don't really know how it feels to be addicted to things. I don't have an addictive personality. But a lot of people do, whether it's sex or gambling or drugs or food or, you know, shopping, or, you know, people have all different types of addictions that are all equally important. But the one that I recently had experience with was a drug addiction for one, and second of all, shoplifting. It was a really weird mess. So what happened was there was a friend of mine who was in a tough spot. She needed a place to live, and she had a girl that was kind of with her, that was her friend that she was helping out, and they were in a, from what I gathered, a dangerous situation that they needed help getting out of, with drugs involved that they wanted to move away from. So I was like, oh my god, you're living in an environment that's not safe, you know, there's drugs involved and stuff, that I wanted to help you out. And the weirdest part is looking back, I remember having a conversation, and my friend's friend, who I didn't know, I mean, seriously, I should have known better. I should not have allowed somebody that I wasn't familiar with to move in with me. I was just being nice and gave her the benefit of the doubt, which was a bad choice, which I'm learning from that, I guess. But this particular girl, let's just call her Mary, decided to go on a rant above and beyond what she even needed to about how dangerous the situation was and how horrible it was and how she knows that it was a bad situation because she once used to be addicted to drugs, and she used to abuse drugs, and she sees all the signs, so she was able to recognize a problem, and she's the one that found these drugs, supposedly, and has been clean for 2 years. So she went on about how she's been clean for so long and how, you know, she was concerned because she was in this dangerous environment, and I bought it. I bought all of it. Now, my friend that I wanted to help out, she was not lying at all. She was in a bad situation and I wanted to help her. Her friend, on the other hand, was totally full of shit, and I bought it, and so did she. So the two of us actually had a conversation later about how Mary had duped the both of us and how we both feel kind of gullible and stupid for just believing people and having faith in their kindness, because she was really nice. She was really nice. So it was hard to look past that and think, oh, this girl's not trustworthy. Because she was so nice, and she needed help, and I wanted to help her. So I let her move into my place, and yeah, that went well. I became aware of her shoplifting problem, and she explained that, yeah, it was something that she was struggling with, but it was something that she only did at commercial locations, which really didn't make it better. But she reassured me that she would never take from somebody that she knew. Like, I was safe, of course she would never take my stuff. Why would she do that? It's just a problem she has at stores, and she's working on it, and, you know, all that I bought, which, again, even more ridiculous of a story that I bought into. And all of this came crashing down whenever she decided to post a picture of somebody else's item on her person. And she posted this on Twitter. And the person who noticed, they were like, oh my god, she's you know, she has my thing. So I was like, shit. So I came home and decided to start investigating, you know, trying to see if there were other things that I could find that, you know, weren't hers. And I found so many things. Like, it was ridiculous. Things that I don't even need, like old Android phones of mine that, like, I have one, hold on a second, let me pull it out. Old Android phones of mine, like, this was like one of my first cell phones. It's a Verizon piece of shit. It's got like glue stuck to it. It's cracked. Like, no one wants this. Why would you take this? The only reason why I was keeping it was because I heard it's bad to throw away cell phones, so I didn't want to just do that. But there was that, and then I'm trying to look around the room for other things, like just sweatshirts. My very first vlogging camera that's way out of date and shitty and bad quality, but I've been keeping because it's sentimental, because it's the first thing I ever used to record a YouTube video. So just like stuff like that. But the thing that got me the most was that she took something that probably she didn't think was that important. It's like this piece of jewelry, it looks very old, probably not worth very much, but it's important to me because it was my grandmother's wedding ring, and she died when she was very young, early 40s, from lymphoma. I never even got a chance to meet her, but my dad gave it to me, and he was emotional when he did, and he made it very special, and it's something that I've been keeping because it's, you know, a family heirloom. It's very special, and she took it. And whenever I called her out on it, she was like, I was just gonna clean it for you. I'm like, oh, okay, that's why you had it buried in your things, because that's where you keep things, you know, waiting to clean them, of course. Here's the ring, let me try to focus on it for you. Yeah, it's not like super expensive, it's just special, you know? And then, obviously we had to make her leave, which turned into this big ordeal, and we didn't find drugs, but we found straws, and we found tinfoil that was burnt on the bottom. We found spoons that were burnt on the bottom. It was just like such a bizarre, weird feeling that she was probably like back there in my bathroom doing, I believe, meth is what it was. So anyways, we had to have her leave. The cops had to come. It was this big ordeal. She's kind of scary. She was banging on our front door for a while. She stole like cash from me and stuff, and probably used it to buy drugs that she did in my apartment. It's just a very strange situation. Like, I feel stupid, my friend feels stupid, like, it's just hard because you want so badly to see the good in people, you know, and this is a mistake that I keep making. Eventually, one day, maybe I'll learn my lesson, but I kind of like the way that I am. I kind of like that I have faith in the good-natured parts of people, that they're not all bad. I don't know. Obviously that's getting me into trouble, but at the same time there are people in my life that probably wouldn't be if I just went off of what I expected from them or what other people said about them. You know, I would be ruling people out because, oh, so-and-so said this about you, or I had a bad feeling about you, and then I wouldn't have this amazing person in my life. So it's hard to find that balance, so this is kind of partially why I'm making this video. Another reason is that a lot of people have been giving me shit because they think that I'm too lenient in a lot of my videos. They think that the video that I made about Kim Davis, at the end of it I said that I sympathize with her because I have a very religious family that reminds me of her, and that she's probably doing what she's doing out of fear of hell and because she's genuinely worried about other people and worried about herself being tortured in hell forever, which is horrible and terrifying. And then I made that video, I forget his name, but about the priest or pastor or whatever that was found on Grindr, and the problem with him was that he was very against the LGBT community and very bigoted and homophobic, yet obviously he was on Grindr, so that's hypocritical. But in my mind, I'm like, this poor guy, you know, can't even be who he is because he's terrified of being judged, and he's part of this community that's just nitpicking him all the time, and he can't feel comfortable being who he is. You know, so maybe we should forgive him and give him a community to come into and be like, yo, just say that, you know, you're not a bigot, that you don't hate gay people, and that you were just afraid to express who you were, and then that's fine, and then everybody will love you, and it's fine, because everybody deserves that, you know. People are all, you know, we all have emotions. I don't want to say soul, because that's something that I debate, you know, the whole soul thing. I don't know if I necessarily want to say that I believe that we all have souls, but we all have feelings and emotions, and there are good parts to people that just do shitty things sometimes. So I wanted to ask you guys, and also I wanted to ask you guys if you have dealt with people that have addictive personalities or specifically drug addictions, if they lie as much as this girl did, because like I really believed her. Like she looked me in the eye and had the most genuine conversation about how she'd been clean for 2 years and how it was hard to get there and how she's working to overcome these problems in her life, and she's just having a hard time and needed a place to stay, and she was really scared at the place that she was before because she found drugs and she knows what that's like. You know, she doesn't want to get back into that. Like, it just, like, it was so much detail that she didn't even need to go into. She didn't need to tell me that she used to do drugs. She didn't need to tell me that she was afraid to be in the environment she was in, and that she saw all the signs because she's been there, done that, and doesn't want to get near it again. Like, all of that was unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. Like, she went above and beyond to lie about something that I hadn't even asked about. So it just seemed very weird, and I felt manipulated, and, I feel like this is a trend. I feel like I often get taken advantage by people that just, you know, I have too much faith in the good in them, and I'm not careful enough to watch out for the bad. So I wanted to ask you guys about that, and leave a comment and let me know your story. I know this was kind of a random video topic. I just wanted to explain like some of the stuff that I've been going through over the last couple of weeks, and it's just been it's just been shitty. You know, it sucks whenever a lot of money goes missing, when a lot of your things go missing, and whenever you, again, have faith in somebody that just kind of breaks your heart, because I felt for this girl, and I felt like we were becoming friends, and I just felt very betrayed. So whatever, that's me, that's my life, and that's just a small part of the shit that's been going on lately in my personal life, so I'll leave it at that. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like this video if you liked it, share it everywhere, all my social media links are in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!